covering all the news from every dark corner of the universe. SliceofSciFi.com.
Hey, welcome everyone to another Slice of Sci-Fi. I'm Michael Armenenge.
I'm Ben Raggington.
I'm Noah Richmond.
I'm Megan Gear.
I'm Keith Lane.
Getting her shot in there. There you go.
You bet.
Hey, thanks everyone for joining us for another Slice of Sci-Fi. Interesting stuff happening this week. We got a new story starting out here, it sounds like.
Yes, we want everybody to join the fight because that is the decree for Monday, April 15th, and we're not talking about the IRS. No. We are talking about Defiance. So all I have to say is that
it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. What we do know is that in 2046, it's no longer Meet Me in St. Louis. Here is the long version, the long trailer.
Oh, this is so
for Defiance.
Cool.
9 years after their arrival, the vessels that carried my people were destroyed. When the destruction finally ran its course, the world that came after wasn't exactly Earth anymore. Something new had been created.
Is this St. Louis?
Now we call it Defiance.
You're new in town.
How can you tell?
Who the hell are you?
Sorry, he startled me. I'm starting to like this place.
We live in a unique town where human and Votan races live together.
These humans lack respect.
Stop it, both of you!
Everybody needs to leave. Is it them? They're coming. They're planning to attack right after dark.
A race of killing machines who live for war.
We can make a difference.
I don't care.
Yes, you do care. I know you better than that. And I raised you better than that.
Go ahead, get killed.
Is it going to be pointless bloodshed, or are we going to work out our differences together?
Defiance! Defiance! Defiance!
You all know what to do.
Every time we get ahead, you blow it for us.
This is different.
A man protects his home.
This town is worth fighting for. It's worth dying for.
Oh, that looks so
Looks pretty
freaking
intense.
amazing.
So excited.
It is so cool. I think this is what Falling Skies was supposed to be.
Should have been, yeah.
Yeah, it could have been if they'd have had a little vision with it. This looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
I hope it lives up to the hype.
It's a great trailer. I'm amazed. I never thought I would see something like that. It was set in St. Louis.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, also, we've got I want to talk about the Prescott Film Festival.
Oh, yeah, that was a great interview.
We had a fantastic interview with Helen Stevenson and Yavapai College Vice President Dr. Clint Ewell last week. And you can still catch that interview on sliceofsci-fi.tv.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to talk about the mini fest a little bit. The Prescott Film Festival is July 24th through the 31st, but the mini fest is April 19th through the 21st.
Oh, okay.
And they're not just going to be showing movies. There's actually going to be panels. It's almost like a mini con, which
Really?
is why we're very excited about it.
Wow.
They're going to have guests like Rod Roddenberry.
Yep.
That's important. Alan Dean Foster, but as we've discovered, he actually just lives up the street, so it's not a big deal for him to show up. So
he just walks down.
He just walks down the street, and there he is.
There he is. That's right.
So there's going to be all sorts
He'll
of
give tours of his house later.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yikes.
There's all sorts of activities. There's going to be panels. There's going to be workshops. The movies alone are worth going to. They're going to be showing Forbidden Planet on the big screen.
Right.
Yes.
Big deal. District 9, Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, Trek Nation, since Rod Roddenberry is going to be there, the J.J. Abrams reboot of Star Trek, Galaxy Quest, And as a double bill, The Matrix and Inception, which I love the idea of these two mind benders. But starting off the weekend, on Friday night is going to be a Space Jam dance. Now, this is important, so please listen. It is going to be, there'll be a professional VJ provided by Endless Entertainment, and he's here from Phoenix. So come casual or as your favorite sci-fi character. Top 3 costumes will win a pair of movie passes for the entire Sci-Fi weekend. But wait, there is more.
Wow.
We are going to give away a pair of movie passes for the entire weekend as well. And we're looking for 2 lucky Slice of Sci-Fi fans. All they have to do is dress up in whatever costume they're going to wear for the Space Jam dance. You need to film a video of yourself dancing.
Yes.
Now, if you can't do a video, if it's out of your technological means, then at least just take a photo. But we want you to either mail that photo or preferably mail that video to summer@sliceofsci-fi.com or Laith@sliceofsci-fi.com. Remember, actually, it needs to go to both. It needs to go to both of them.
And Laith is spelled Laith.
Yes. And the subject of the email must be Space Jam Dance Contest. Winners will be selected on Wednesday, April 17th. Laith and Summer will pick 2 winners, but please, you have to be in Prescott to pick these tickets up. And and right now, we don't have any entries. So we really want people to enter. Please, 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 please.
Hold on. If nobody enters, then what happens to those tickets? They go to me, right?
Well,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what happens.
Well, he said that we could come. He would provide tickets for us.
He would provide tickets for us.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just wanted to scare them.
Well, I was thinking you could name it the Take Megan's Tickets contest.
There you go.
Make Megan stay home alone.
Yeah.
Well,
just pouting.
You know, we've been talking about a lot of new stuff that's coming down the pike here. I actually got some feedback this week from somebody on.
Oh, did you?
A very cool little thing here.
Oh.
Hey guys, wrapping up here. I want to tell you about a show I've been watching and really digging. It's a BBC show called Black Mirror. Now, you guys have been talking about it in the studio, but I know you haven't been talking about it in the air at all. So just kind of get the word out there. I think they've got 2 seasons. Each season's 3 episodes. It's kind of like an updated version of the Twilight Zone. The first one, the very first episode's not really a genre, but you got to watch it anyway because it's seriously WTF. You end up looking at a ham sandwich the same way again. But certainly all the other ones are dead on sci-fi, futuristic type stuff. Great acting, great scripting. Man, I'll tell you what, the BBC just gets sci-fi. They just flat out get it. So anyway, I'll let you guys know. It's a great show. You should watch it. I'm not going to tell you how to get it, just that ET Airways might exactly be your friend here, okay? Wrap it out.
You know, and I'm really down on my my overseas and my out-of-country viewing right now. Just because of bandwidth, I just don't have the time. I need to get more time. I need a life so I can watch some of this stuff.
Yeah, I've seen one episode of it. It was very creepy. It was
really?
It was very creepy in an Orwell kind of way.
Oh wow, awesome.
Hey, Slicer, Shane from New Jersey. 65 days, 13 hours, 20 minutes, 33 seconds.
Okay.
Just saying.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Slicers, it's Mauro of Texas.
Hey.
I was thinking about the TV show Continuum. Interesting. Not bad. I'm not a big Cops and Robbers fan.
Good interview we had.
It's okay. I just have argument with one thing.
Okay.
Right now, huge corporations are taking the planet and screwing it up. In the future, huge corporations will have their own police force, aka our lead actress in the current show.
Yeah, the conceit of Continuum.
She is part of the system in the future. A band of miscreants that are slated for murder go back in time to take the calls off the kitty cat of corporations.
Okay.
Yep.
And she comes back in to try and stop that from happening. I'm right on this.
Okay.
Now, here's my thing. I'm against the mega corporations taking over the world and basically turning into their own ashtray and dumping their cigarettes all over us. So I think the bad guys that have come back to stop that are the good guys, and she's come back to stop the good guys, so she's the bad guy.
You're not the first person to think that.
That's the interesting thing of the show.
Yeah.
Interesting. Who's good, who's bad?
Well, that's one of the things that I think Simon Barry was talking about is that there's all these shades of gray. There's not this person is good, these people are bad. It's none of that.
Right.
It's just there's layers and dimensions and depth with each character. So you
what
have
you're
to,
talking about
you have
is
to make your own
probably
judgment
very
call.
good. And it lends for interesting twists and turns on the show later on if they want to explore it or go that direction.
And then you go in that direction where these guys are doing something you might agree with, but they're not doing it in a way that you agree with it.
Precisely.
Wow, very good.
Hi, this is Sam doing a video report from the Noise Museum in Berlin. We are at the Egyptian section, and that is a game of the snake with game pieces and dice and a Senate game board. Even the Egyptians were gaming nerds. How cool is that? I'm going to zoom in on the dice. And there's what looks like a chess piece. I don't even know how they play this stuff. It's pretty impressive. Counting sticks. And my sister has just pointed out that those are counting sticks. Gaming nerds. Timeless and universal. And universal.
Wow, that is so
cool.
freaking cool. I want to know how to play this game.
Now I want to know.
There has to be somebody. There's got to be some historical.
There's got to be an Egyptologist who actually understands how that was played.
I guarantee you, there is some gaming nerds, uber gaming nerd from ancient times that is going
There's
through.
got to be some professor that gives like a
historical.
college course on it, right?
Well, I'm kinda
like
wondering.
gaming through the ages or something.
Yeah, actually, I saw a Smithsonian exhibit one time, and it had all these ancient games like on display. One of them was the original Chutes and Ladders.
Oh.
It was a Hindu game from India, and it was about reincarnating from like the lower realms up to like the higher realms of existence.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
called like gosh, I don't even remember the name of it, like Snakes and Ladders, but no.
They should really repackage those, and then we could have ancient
Absolutely.
gaming night.
I think so. I think we should have like historical gaming. Well, there's got to be a historical gaming company out there somewhere that's like, this is the original.
So now I want to know, is there a historical game version of Flux?
I
gotta know. Yeah, I gotta know.
Stonehenge Flux.
Cool.
Stonehenge Flux.
Nice.
Hey guys, Rapid Eye here, trying to give you some suggestions for the name of what used to be known as the voicemail show. The best one I could come up with is audience participation
Yes.
show. So basically, it's not listeners because some people are watching. So audience, I think, is a little bit more appropriate and more participating, not necessarily just giving you voicemails.
Right.
Thoughts?
Actually, we've gotten several of exactly the same. So by default, because there's so many of you actually offering that up as a suggestion, I think we're kind of liking that.
Yeah,
Unless we get more people who come in with something else.
That's right. For
now,
this week it's audience participation, just because those were four people that called in with that idea. So
I guess the only question is anybody going to get confused with audience participation, thinking that they're supposed to call in live?
Ooh,
well,
hey,
but it doesn't. This is a pre-recorded show, so nothing's ever live.
No,
but they could because we stream live.
Well, that's true.
I don't know. I don't want to muddy the waters, but it might be weird.
No.
Don't break it, Megan.
Rabble. Forget I said anything.
Hey there, Slicers. This is Moonday up in Buffalo, New York. First off, I want to say I really love listening to your show at work and just say thank you so much for putting on such a great podcast, TV show.
Thank you for listening.
Whatever you want to call it. I do have a question for all of you, though. I recently got rid of my cable because, prices keep going up and I can watch all my favorite shows online anyway.
Yep.
But I've kind of missed a lot of really good sci-fi shows in the past due to work schedules and things like that. And I was wondering if each of you could kind of list your favorite sci-fi shows over the last 10 to 15 years.
Holy that's a lot of ground.
What to look for on Netflix and Hulu and all those fun things. I've never actually seen an episode of Fringe, so that one's top of my list.
There you go.
What can you recommend? Thanks. Keep on slicing.
Well, you got the best one right there.
I don't think Fringe is readily available like on Netflix Instant Watch or Hulu Instant Watch.
No.
Not as much
So if you want one that's more Instant Watch, we'll have to think of something else.
Yeah, well, it also depends on your taste. Like offhand, I think Walking Dead.
Defying Gravity. Even though it's just one season and you get kind of a cliffhanger thing.
Gosh, 10 to 15 years. I'm trying to think that.
Okay,
Back.
Firefly.
Firefly.
And as well as
Farscape?
Farscape.
Yeah, Farscape is good.
Yeah.
Warehouse 13 is a
Warehouse
more recent
13.
one.
Eureka.
Oh, man.
Great. You got to catch
When did
up
Xena
on
go
that.
off the air? Xena.
Xena.
I don't care. Xena. I don't
Okay.
know. But that's on Hulu and Netflix, so Xena.
And Doctor Who is back on the air,
I
too,
say
so check
Doctor
that one.
Who.
Legend of the Seeker, if you like that.
Oh, that's right. That's on Netflix. That's
There
how
you
I
go.
caught up with it.
That's actually good.
Supernatural.
Once Upon a Time and
That's on
Supernatural.
Netflix,
Those
yeah.
are both on there.
Lost Girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Lost
not.
Girl is not on anything.
It's not.
Lost
really-
Girl is on Netflix.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Lost Girl's on
that's new
Netflix.
then.
That's a big one there.
Then I wonder if Continuum will come on there too.
Honestly, it's not genre, but Lilyhammer. I really liked Lilyhammer. It was a good show. So there you go. There's a bunch.
Hey guys, it's Matt in Washington, D.C. I've been thinking that every new TV or film project in the future seems to be just completely dystopian, and it's been like this for the last few years. I mean, I understand there's some creative fun to be had in breaking down social order and modern infrastructure and getting all John Locke state of nature, but personally, I want genre to give us more positive versions of the future. The end of the world scares us, but hopeful futures actually inspire us. And that's the magic that underpins Star Trek. It's like watching an It Gets Better clip addressed to all of humanity. I just wish we saw more of it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, I'm glad he brought that up. The other show that I work on, my co-host and I, we just finished reviewing the 3 classic years of Star Trek. And that's one of the things we talked about, is that it presents us with this very optimistic view. Now, a lot of people think, oh, that can't happen. That's just nonsense. That's rubbish. No, people really aren't like that. And my thought is, okay, if I'm going to live in a delusion, then let it be a healthy one, because Star Trek presents if that's a delusion, then it's a good one. It's one to aspire for.
Exactly. And that's it. Is even if it's unachievable, at least it's worth aspiring to. Let's get as close to that as we can.
It's one of the things that Gene Roddenberry always pushed. He says, human beings are better than what they make themselves out to be. He believed that we could be really great people, that we could turn into a really great society. So, yeah, I support that idea of us achieving a utopia.
No matter how unrealistic it is.
Right.
Art doesn't have to reflect life.
No, not necessarily, but it's the aspiration. It's the attempt to try to achieve that. That's what I think it's all about.
It doesn't have to be all pretty. It can have some grimy edges on it, but it does need to. We need to be moving in a positive direction.
Agreed.
Let's get there.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sam. I'm reporting from Prague, which is beautiful, by the way, and freaking cold. And there I am on the way back to my hotel, desperate to go to the bathroom and plug in my phone when I find this. A giant alien baby with a megamind-sized head. Naked, on all fours, with a bum. There's the bum. And there's 3 of them. And I don't know why, but it's awesome. Say hi, Brett.
Hi, Brett.
Alien baby. I figured I had to tell you guys about this because I didn't know what to make of it. So maybe you folks can call or send in what you think these things with the brick faces are. Sam from Prague, out.
I think that's a great idea. Thank you for that report, Sam. We actually have a roving reporter, an overseas reporter
I was like,
for Slice.
around the world.
Is that awesome or what?
God bless her.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's excellent, because on that note, since Sam is mentioning both Europe and nudity,
that's a segue.
There you go.
It is worth mentioning that the Spanish director Jesus, otherwise known as Jess Franco, did pass away on April 2nd.
Oh, really?
And Jess Franco is probably best known. In 1962, he directed a film called The Awful Dr. Orloff, which is not particularly well remembered today, but at the time was
I heard of it.
Was very groundbreaking in terms of pushing the boundaries of sex and violence for the time, according to European cinema. And he's somebody that, as the decade progressed through the 1970s, well, he did several films with Christopher Lee. He did Count Dracula, The Bloody Judge, and one other one I'm forgetting.
The Dracula one was great. I love that one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then he went on to do Oasis of the Zombies, films like Vampiros Lesbos.
Kinky.
That sounds really highbrow.
Female Vampire, aka the Bare-Breasted Countess.
Awesome. Excellent.
And A Virgin Among the Living Dead, just to name a few. I think his total output was about 200 films.
Wow.
And he has a very dedicated cult following. A number of his films are actually on Netflix streaming right now. Personally, I have to say myself, I always found them a bit tedious, but
Okay.
Definitely groundbreaking.
Okay. Excellent. You know what? On that note, I think we're going to take a quick break, and we got a con report, so let's do that.
This week's Con Report is brought to you by Geek Nation Tours. Find out more at geeknationtours.com.
Hey, Slice is Mike from Des Moines. I made the quest down to the Kansas City Planet ComiCon. Had a blast. They had George Takei and Will Wheaton, and Mom wanted to make sure that I said Adam Baldwin because she got her D&D character signed by him. But the one I actually went to see was Julia Benson. She was fantastic. Well, she is fantastic. And I had a fun time with her, and she got way too little attention. But I had a blast here, and I hope to make it again. And anybody in the Kansas City area should come next year. And bring friends. And lots of money. And better shoes than I had this time. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.
Her new magic power she just figured out. Please excuse our messy living room. All right, Chloe, you going to show everybody? What are you going to show everybody today?
How to make it down.
How you can make the lights darker?
Yeah.
All right. So how do you do it? You put your hands up in the air and wiggle your fingers, and you think about what?
Stars.
You think about the stars and the sunset?
Yeah.
Okay. Think really hard. Really hard. Concentrate. Concentrate. Wow! Look at that! That's amazing. Could you make it get light again?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it. What are you thinking about now?
The sunlight.
The sunlight and the sunrise?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you can do it. Think real hard. All right, you gotta open your eyes or it doesn't work. Oh, look at that! Wow! That's amazing.
That is so adorable. Wow. It reminds me of the Darth Vader running around in the Lexus. Or the,
with the automatic...
the automatic starter.
Start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome stuff.
Nerd Apocalypse here with the Epiphany of the Week. Gosh, it was about a month ago. You asked for situations where the sci-fi writers got it wrong, and nobody took this up. Well, there was an obvious one. I was waiting for somebody else to say it.
Okay.
Mankind never went into space. Well, have a nice week.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
it's a matter of time. We're this close to colonizing the moon.
That's true. I mean, it's getting
you gotta give us
there.
some time.
I mean, they haven't got it right yet, but we're moving that direction. Not to mention the fact that some really cool space news on this. I've got some space news for you. There you go. It looks like they were talking about the HABs that they were going to basically put on the front of the capsule in order to do the shot around Mars. You know, the inflatable habitats and so forth. They've got one on the space station right now, and it looks like they're getting really close to getting something set to put on the moon, that we will actually start building some HABs on the moon with that, using that technology. So that's
Didn't
really
I see
kind of cool.
an article this week about a manned mission to Mars?
Yeah,
in 2017 or something, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the slingshot around Mars, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And then also
that's going to be interesting.
Capture the asteroid.
the capture the asteroid thing is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, we can't rule it out yet. We got to give some time on mankind in space.
Yeah, let's let mankind.
But we
get
are
ahead
taking
of
the steps towards that direction.
Yes.
Hey, Slicer Sean Edwards, and I'm responding to that news article about the speed of light not being constant. And
Everybody has this one.
researcher fails to realize is he's talking about a quantum vacuum, not a pure vacuum.
Right.
The speed of light in pure vacuum has been settled for a long, long time. And these quintillionth of a second changes are due to quantum effects of quantum particles coming in and out of a vacuum.
We were saying that it was quantum mechanics.
A pure vacuum. Okay? Those quantum particles are slowing down or possibly speeding up light, though that's a little on the opposite end of things. Because we already know for a fact that light travels slower through other mediums.
That's
through
true.
air, through water, through rock. Light actually does pass through rock.
Yes.
Just very slowly, and not much of it makes it through.
Right.
So, interesting article, interesting story, but hope none of my tax money went to that one.
No, it was an interesting story, and it actually generated a lot of interesting comments. So, not to get too overly sci-fi or science-y technical, we'll keep moving on with that.
Hello, Slicers. Now, we can all agree that Kirk had a really pretty crappy death in Generations. So my question to you is, how should he have died? This has been, as always, surreal. Kirk,
I don't know. I didn't think it was crappy. I thought it was actually...
It was heroic.
I thought it was exactly the way it should have been, because he foreshadowed it. I will always die alone. I knew I was going to die alone. Actually, he didn't die alone.
No, Picard was there.
Picard, yeah.
But Picard, well, I don't know.
But it was heroic.
It was heroic.
He made a difference, and as he said, it was fun.
Exactly.
He did die alone the first time.
Well, that's true. He died. Okay.
And then he went into the Nexus.
Well, and see
then,
that.
Then everybody went to the Nexus.
Wow,
everything's
now we're going to get
weird
really
now.
geeky.
Well, if we're going to get serious, that's right.
We're going to get serious because he's not actually dead.
No, they're still in the Nexus.
He's still in the Nexus.
Which they made the Nexus now, isn't it?
No,
Wait,
because
I
they're still a part of him.
Yeah, see,
I see. It's one of those things.
They're
Okay.
still in the Nexus, because what is it that Guinan told Picard? The Nexus gives you your fondest wish. Picard thought he wanted to be out of the Nexus, so the Nexus gave him this illusion of being outside
out of the Nexus.
So
he
First
may
Contact
still be
didn't
there.
none of the following movies ever happened.
Hey. Picard is out of the Nexus.
No,
It's
Picard.
He's still in the.
No.
Picard is still there.
She's not listening.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I've had this conversation several times that he never got out. It's like the ultimate Matrix, where he basically is there. The Nexus is giving him exactly what he wants, and he's just living this.
So let me put this on a further bender. The beginning of the JJ Star Trek reboot, all that stuff that's happening with Spock, is that from Picard's point of view?
Ooh.
Because if it is, then that means it didn't happen.
It was hard enough before. Why would you do that?
Man, I'll tell you what, folks. There you go. There's your assignment for the week. Definitely call us up and let us know what you think about that. Unfortunately, that's probably all the more we're going to get done this week. But wow, what a way to end it right there.
I got something really, really quick that I want to share. Got a personal email on Facebook from Jackie Taryn Rankle. She writes, "Hey Ben, listen and watch one of your shows online last night on XM Radio. Very impressive. What a great voice. I subscribed. So yes, great show to listen to while I work at night. The reason this is a big deal to me, I went to high school with her."
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So,
very cool. Well,
hi, Jackie Taryn.
Then I will go ahead and share my cool thing today. Tad, one of our listeners that's here in town, actually stopped by my work today.
Oh, nice.
And said hi. So he may be actually stepping in and showing up at for one of the shows later
That'd be
on.
awesome.
Cool.
Either to the next week or one of these Thursday nights, he may come in. So
Awesome.
Very cool to see you, Tad. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was really nice to have a fan show up at work when I was having such a horrible day. So it made it a little nicer. Okay, that is going to do it for this show. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You know the numbers, 206-339-TREK. That's 206-339-8735. Of course, you can just email your video stuff, and of course use the Facebook, Facebook's, Twitters, and our Slice app. Holy cow!
I can't say it either.
I am so tongue-tied tonight. It's terrible. I am going to go away, and we will be back tomorrow with something more interesting, or as interesting. Who knows?